Whenever J-Pop is mentioned, his name is bound to get a reaction from people for a couple of reasons. Despite the controversial and ignorant things he has said and done over the years, it doesn't mean he isn't talented. What's more, it seems like artists respect J-Pop a lot. Still, some people feel very bitter about him, while the others admire and praise him. In today's video, we'll go over how J-Pop managed to bounce back from being cancelled way too many times, and how he keeps on dominating the Korean hip-hop scene despite his past. In 2008, J-Pop debuted as a leader of the group 2PM after successfully ranking as #1 on Mnet's Hot Blood Men. At that time, everything was looking up for J-Pop as 2PM began to slowly rise to the top to be one of the most popular and influential K-pop groups at that time. Unfortunately, J-Pop's time as a leader of the group was very short. Exactly a year after their debut, on September 4th of 2009, the official hate wagon for J-Pop took off for the first time. That day, some of J-Pop's old MySpace messages were exposed, in which he made some really nasty comments and remarks about South Korea and its people. The first person to speak up about the situation was a 2PM's representative who said, "The problem here is that the post he posted was when he was young and first arrived in Korea and was still not able to adapt to life in Korea. Do understand it as a thoughtless act of someone still young." Although there was an attempt to save J-Pop's reputation by posting a public apology where Jay expressed how out of place he felt when he came to Korea as a high schooler and due to difficulties and struggles he faced leading up to 2PM's debut, the netizens pretty much made up their minds and demanded one thing: for J-Pop to leave 2PM. This seemed like the end of the world for him at that time, and I guess we can all see why. It's not every day that you're asked to leave the group that you're a leader of. However, things escalated to tragic and drastic measures. On September 7th of 2009, there was a petition posted in which haters demanded J-Pop to take his own life. This absolutely disgusting thing was signed by more than 3,000 people, and even though there was also a petition with over 6,000 signatures titled, "Please forgive our J-Bum just this once," the public's perception of J-Pop didn't shift even a little bit. Things weren't looking too good for Jay, as a lot of K-pop fans and even 2PM fans started to turn their backs on him and the group. Yes, there were some nice comments like "everyone is not perfect and makes mistakes," but the negative comments still outnumbered the good ones. Angry netizens wrote comments like, "Even if he reflects on himself, people don't change easily, right? This is the end for you." And seriously, this is not something you can just apologize for and hope everyone will forgive and forget. The witch hunt on J-Pop ended shockingly on September 8th, 2009, when Jay himself announced that he would be leaving the group and would be returning to Seattle, his hometown. Because of the severity of J-Pop's controversy and departure, all 2PM members were withdrawn from any variety shows where they appeared regularly, and the last episode of their reality show called Wild Bunny was postponed indefinitely. 2PM released their first official album titled 1:59 PM to symbolize J-Pop's absence. It's safe to say that 2PM fans had to be crushed by these events, but those who wished ill on J-Pop had to be happy, right? J-Pop was officially out of the picture as a result of saying something offensive and hurtful. At least, that's what they thought initially happened. But what if I told you that it was almost all fake? Soon after J-Pop returned to the States, the perception of Korean netizens on him started to shift a little once it was revealed that his MySpace messages had been severely mistranslated and even taken out of context. With people becoming more and more aware of these mistranslations, a lot of fans were hoping to see J-Pop return to Korea and continue his activities with 2PM. It's quite ironic that those who wanted J-Pop to leave were soon asking him to come back. J-Pop never came back though, because at the beginning of 2010, JYP Entertainment announced that J-Pop's contract had been terminated. The reason behind this decision was not the MySpace accident, but for an undisclosed personal incident on J-Pop's side from 2009. To this day, no one knows what truly happened, but rumors started to spread like crazy. Reddit users have compiled some of the rumors and speculations that were floating around at that time, and they keep on getting crazier and crazier. One of the most spread rumors is that J-Pop got a fellow female idol pregnant, and people suspected it was Hyuna, which caused her to leave Wonder Girls. There were also rumors of J-Pop treating his fellow group members very badly, hurting them both physically and verbally, which wasn't true at all because J-Pop shared he was on good terms with the 2PM members during the time of his departure from the group. There were also rumors J-Pop was dealing within the company, or that he was even laundering money. People made up a story about how J-Pop got Sunmi pregnant, which was a reason why she left Wonder Girls as well. J-Pop's departure had been stuck in people's minds for years now, but it seems like we'll never know the whole truth. The most believable rumor seems to be the one centered around business. People have speculated that J-Pop left because he revealed the details about his contract publicly, or he prematurely signed a contract with another label, or worked with other labels during his time in the States. In 2011, J-Pop did an interview with the Korean Herald where he was asked about his departure from the group and the agency, and what he thought about those people claiming he simply ran away. J-Pop said, "Well, I didn't really run away. There is more to the story than people know, but I can't really say anything." He then continued by saying, "There were a lot of different ways I could have handled the situation, but that's just how I handled it. Maybe I was wrong and maybe I wasn't. I don't really regret it. J-Pop also spoke about his MySpace controversy and said, "People just misunderstood everything. I just said a lot of stupid things when I was younger. When I look back at myself, I was just negative, ignorant, and immature back then." I can imagine that those who wished ill on J-Pop back then had to be sick with jealousy at one point as J-Pop had been getting more and more successful. Being the former CEO of AOMG and Higher Music, J-Pop is surely someone respected. Yet still, every now and then, J-Pop gets himself stuck in a controversy that further splits the public's opinion on him. In 2015, J-Pop's name appeared in a massive scandal. In November of 2015, Korean police were investigating individuals who were selling and using illegal substances. The list of individuals involved provided by the police included 3 famous rappers, although they were not named. The descriptions of rappers were famous idol group rapper, CEO/rapper who appeared on a rap battle program, and a rapper who took part in the 3rd season of an unknown rap battle program and did very well for himself. The show the police were talking about was Show Me the Money, and among names like Jiko, Bobby, Doki, J-Pop was suspected as well. It turns out that the popular site Koreaboo stirred the drama for absolutely no reason, as J-Pop wasted no time in slamming the website down and shutting all rumors himself. In a series of tweets, J-Pop called out Koreaboo for using his and Doki's picture and falsely accusing them of being involved. In reality, J-Pop and Doki were never involved, and it seemed like Koreaboo used their pictures to gain attention. It was further proven to be false when a representative from AOMG shared a statement. The article in question is not true at all. Fast forward to November of 2019, J-Pop found himself under fire for some things he said regarding cultural appropriation. On his Instagram, J-Pop posted a video of Avatar Darko, a rapper who was seen with dreadlocks. A lot of people called that video out for cultural appropriation, but J-Pop just made it worse. He wrote, "Like every time I twist my hair into spikes with gel, y'all say the same because y'all think it looks like dreads. To be honest, getting pretty ridiculous. I can't style my hair." He then continued by saying, "J-Pop and Avatar Darko never disrespect the culture and always give back. That's like saying a non-Asian person shouldn't use Korean words and shouldn't listen to K-pop because they didn't go through all the suffering Korean people went through. It's 2019 and every culture, every ethnicity influences each other, and as long as we're not disrespecting each other, it's all love and nothing else." One person on Instagram commented if the adaptation of Korean words equals to cultural appropriation, to which J-Pop replied with, "So it's okay for non-Asian people to use the word oppa, selka, and mukbang, but have never lived in Korea and don't even know the culture? Is that cultural appropriation? Or is that just showing love and being interested or passionate about something? Please educate me." J-Pop ended it off with a comment which got people even more angry. "There are real problems out there, much more serious than how you wear your hair. If you want to focus on something, go focus on that." It didn't take long for J-Pop to post an apology, since people have been calling him out for enabling cultural misappropriation and educating him that the usage of Korean words doesn't really equal to a non-black person wearing dreadlocks. In a series of tweets, J-Pop pointed out that people, instead of educating him, were just trying to ridicule him and hate on him. He apologized to those who he offended or disappointed, but explained he knows who he is and what he stands for. He ended his tweets by saying that no matter the culture he comes across, he always tries to be respectful. Once again, people were split by J-Pop's apology. Some people sided with him and shared the same thoughts as him, but others disagreed. Not even a year later, Jay garnered everyone's attention, this time for claiming that there isn't an artist as versatile as him. It didn't sit well with people on social media. Once Jay tweeted that, a lot of people came for him and literally dragged him through the mud. One Twitter user tweeted, "Every time J-Pop is trending, it's because he says some dumb, it's never about the music." Another user commented on how the often divided K-pop community always comes together whenever J-Pop tweets. "Lord, the best thing about K-pop stan Twitter is seeing everyone come together to defeat the ultimate evil, J-Pop." Of course, people also went on to list several versatile artists, some of which who have been around for decades longer than J-Pop. It wouldn't be a J-Pop situation if the talk about wasn't involved. BTS fans showed up to the conversation as well to preach about how versatile BTS is, but they also jumped into the conversation about and cultural appropriation, something both J-Pop and BTS have been called out for. One Twitter user said, "RM did it once, got called out, and never did it again, but here you are trying to compare J-Pop, who continues to appropriate and doesn't give a damn about being called out, to RM, who did it once and never did it again. Your selective outrage is showing." It quickly turned messy as people started to call out J-Pop for all the times he was. In May of 2021, Jay was once again called out for his inappropriate and insensitive lyrics. When J-Pop released the remix of his song Mukbang, there was a certain line that didn't sit well with people at all. The line said, "Worship me Allah, get it done like voila," and there were just so many wrong things with this one. Only after people flooded his mentions on Twitter did J-Pop release an apology where he stated that at first he didn't see the problem with using the word. word. He explained, "As I read the comments, I see that I use the words some are willing to behind in my lyrics, and it's not my place to use something that means so much to the Muslim people in my rap lyrics freely. I apologize to all my Muslim fans." He then continued with promising that he would be more mindful in the future. A lot of people were confused as to why he would use the lyrics in the first place and couldn't understand how J-Pop didn't know that those lyrics would offend and disappoint a lot of people. One user pointed out, "It would be great if all artists who don't practice the religion don't use religion terms for song lyrics, or don't use them at all except for religious songs." Although it's pretty unbelievable, just a month later in June 2021, J-Pop was a hot topic again, and it wasn't because of a good thing. Jay was accused of cultural appropriation in his song DNA Remix. In the music video, Jay was seen rapping while sporting dreadlocks as a part of his look. While the song was supposedly about appreciating and celebrating Korean culture, viewers couldn't ignore the appropriation towards African American culture in the music video. As a response, J-Pop posted a lengthy comment under the YouTube video, and while the first half of the comment seemed as if J-Pop finally got it together, what he said next didn't sit well with many people. Mainly, people were confused at how J-Pop compared wearing an African American hairstyle to having dyed hair by saying, "If y'all can fangirl over young Korean dudes with dyed hair, why can't we fanboy over rappers with face tats and dreads? Everybody's into what they're into." Another thing people pointed out is that Jay's PR advised him not to post the video as they probably knew it wouldn't do too well, but Jay did it anyway. People commented things such as, "He just keeps doing things and the apologies just get worse and worse." J-Pop's seemingly dismissive attitude towards any criticism has been really off-putting to some people, and as one Reddit user said, "It's one thing to be ignorant, but at this point, he's just being willfully ignorant." To which another user commented, "Yeah, I think he's convinced that being so stubborn about not taking into account any of the criticism is him standing up for his principles/values and being real and tough or whatever, but it's actually just a real stupid hill to on." Despite all of his controversies, Jay is a successful entrepreneur, an artist, and a role model for a lot of people. Although he has said and done some things that have hurt and disappointed a lot of people, he keeps on proving that behind these scandals and controversies, he's not afraid to help those in need. It's safe to say that J-Pop is willing to do almost everything for the people he cares about. The rapper Loco, one of the most prominent artists under AOMG, shared how he ended up under J-Pop's agency and what Jay did that quite literally changed his life. On the show Happy Together in 2016, Loco talked about how he and J-Pop came to be. After Loco won the first season of Show Me the Money, he signed with a newly formed agency, but it didn't take him long to realize that there was nothing the agency could really do for him. In order to leave the agency, Loco had to pay 200 million won in penalties for ending his contract early. Back then, Loco wasn't earning more than 1 million won a month. Around that time, Loco met J-Pop, who said he would pay back the 200 million won if Loco would work with him. And that's how Loco became part of the AOMG family. Loco paid J-Pop back with the money he earned after he released the song Hold Me Tight. J-Pop's choreographer, Honey J, who was also known for competing in Mnet Street Woman Fighter and being the leader of Holy Bang, shared another instance where J-Pop didn't hesitate to lend a helping hand. It's understandable that all artists went through hard times when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, and dancers had it especially hard. Honey J appeared on the YouTube channel Took TV, where she appeared alongside other dancers. When they were asked how they were holding up during the difficult times, Honey J answered, "A lot of concerts have been canceled due to COVID-19. Realistically, we're all having a hard time financially." She also added that because she wanted to focus more on dancing on stage, she had to cut down the amount of dance lessons she was doing before the pandemic, which made her struggle financially even more. Honey J revealed that J-Pop was a big help throughout the pandemic. She said, "I joked to him to buy me just one meal a day because I didn't have money, but he said he'll find work for me, and I was thankful that he even said that. Truthfully, there are some stages where they don't need dancers, but Jay purposefully brought dancers to those stages. Thanks to him, I'm able to make it through these days. I'm really thankful." Overall, J-Pop's legacy throughout his career has been about inspiring and helping young artists to reach their dreams. There's no point in denying J-Pop has done some bad things that have tainted his image permanently, but unfortunately, a lot of people keep forgetting the good things he's done to the people around him. He had been a successful businessman well respected in the music industry, but his time as a successful CEO has come to an end. On the last day of 2021, J-Pop announced that he will be stepping down as the CEO of AOMG and Higher Music. Jay isn't leaving the companies completely, instead taking up the role of an advisor. I know this may be shocking to a lot of people, but I will remain as an advisor for both labels, and we will continue to be a family and a crew. It's really an honor to build this together and to continue to make history side by side. I don't take it for granted for 1 second, and it will always be near and dear to my heart. On January 1st, 2022, J-Pop dropped a new music video called To Life, in which he drops the CEO title of AOMG. Apart from the emotional lyrics, Jay also shared how 2021 was one of the hardest years he had in a while, and once again thanked his fans for being with him on his journey. On top of everything that happened, as of January 1st, Jay deleted his Instagram account. It feels like he's ready ready to retire from the entertainment industry completely, or is he just trying to make a buzz before officially launching his new liquor company? Let me know how you feel about Jay. Thank you for watching. Bye.